the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the Los Angeles Lakers. Last outing for the Lakers, unsuccessful, coming away with a loss to Chicago. They lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. The Toronto Raptors have the advantage of continuity. With the coaching staff, the players who have been there for a long time, they know how to play together, Shaq.
Because players understand their roles, Ernie, and they accept them. You don't hear about egos or anyone having an agenda outside winning. They do it the right way.
I think being outside of the U.S. gives them a familiarity. They're really familiar with each other. They're able to just kind of concentrate together. They're probably closer as a team. And when it gets down to crunch time, you see that continuity.
And with that, it's just about time for tip-off. See you later.
Tell them sit down. Be humble. 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 Sit down.
We're in the place they call the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, the home of the Raptors, where we're broadcasting live. A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports, Sunday Night Hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. Welcome everyone to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan and David Aldridge on our sideline. For the Raptors, happy to be here in Toronto right now in the midst of a nice homestand. They've put it all together over the course of their last 7 games. They've only had 1 loss over that span.
Yeah, and the atmosphere in this building is incredible. And as that win streak continues to grow, the fans' excitement has grown right along with it. And now we've reached that point where it's considered a frenzy.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin, one of the strengths of this Toronto Raptors team is its continuity. DeMar DeRozan said it goes a long way. Everybody knows everybody's game. It's just second nature now. Sometimes chemistry can beat talent, and I think we have that chemistry, given they have seen a lot and grown a lot together.
That shared experience and corporate knowledge, so important, DA. Thank you. And both these teams very aggressive. Looking at early offense, transition defense, I think would be critical. What do you think?
Up-tempo basketball, Kevin. Up-tempo basketball. Right now, the pace. How do you control the pace? You got to control the boards. You got to be aggressive on the defensive end because this game can get out of hand if you don't get back on D.
It'll be the Raptors off the tip. And now the Lakers starting group. Ball runs point with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to his side. They're the backcourt. Hands out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Zubats in at the 5. Roam in the paint. Now here's DeRozan. Can't hit the step-back jump shot. DeRozan against Barnes. Nance in the post. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I love how Ball moves the rock. Incredible instincts on the offensive end.
Lowry kicks to Siakam. The dish to Valanciunas. The pass to Lowry. Back to Valanciunas. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Sinks the triple.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Powell kicks to Siakam. Screened by Valanciunas. Here's DeRozan. Count that one. DeRozan's got his first bucket in this one.
Playing big, willing to go toe-to-toe against the guy who towers over him.
Well, it's just an attitude, a way of life. You can't let people see you back down, or they take it as a sign of weakness and expect that treatment every time.
The offensive rebound, Siakam. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Tough effort right there on the glass. Those second chance points can pay off in a big way.
Ball, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Nance a screen. Barnes against DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Caldwell Pope. Here's Nance. And the rejection by Valanciunas. DeRozan dishes to Powell. Outside Lowry. And Valanciunas kicks to DeRozan. Over Barnes. And it's DeRozan missing. The Lakers trail. Pass to Zubac. Lakers passing it around. Barnes dishes to Nance. It's stolen. Here's DeRozan. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Yeah, easy call.
Foul. Elbow. 2.
And really, DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting, that ability to just kind of draw fouls. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities to get to the line.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And DeMar DeRozan, always, Greg, among the league leaders in free throw attempts.
And when you look at him, 6'7", 220 pounds with tremendous athleticism, he has got all the tools. Beyond, though, that attack mentality, he's a savvy basketball player. Those little shot fakes, his footwork help this guy live at the line.
And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that when he gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
Now here's Valanciunas. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Lowry from outside drops in the tray. Lowry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
Caldwell Pope passes to Zubac. He feeds it to Nance. Ball with a wide open look. Drills it from outside.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going that one now.
Powell kicks to Siakam. Screened by Valanciunas. There's the pick. The feed to Powell. Shot off the pick. Offensive rebound. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got his second bucket of the night.
He lives for these type of battles on the boards. It doesn't matter which end of the floor it is either.
Dishes it to Ball. Feeds to Caldwell Pope from past the arc. And it's Kyle Lowry with the rebound.
You can't fault him for taking the 3 when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
He dishes it to Powell. Back to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. Again, the miss by Lowry. Lakers trail by 5. And Nance kicks to Barnes. Passes it to Zubac. Back to Barnes. Shoots a three. Rebound by the Raptors. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And how about the points they put up? I mean, they were aggressive. In fact, at times overwhelming.
Well, think about this. They were extremely versatile in their approach, taking what the defense allowed.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Puts it up from 15, and that one, good. Barnes has got 5.
Oh, he's shooting a fantastic mark from the field to begin this one.
Outside Lowry. Teardrop shot, and it's in there. He's got 7.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Barnes. And the layup's good off the glass. Barnes has got his 3rd basket of the night.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Screened by Valanciunas. Here's DeRozan. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Solid pick to create that opening. The soft touch on the jumper.
Lakers trail by 7. Caldwell Pope outside. Kicks the ball. Nance a screen. Back to Caldwell Pope. Cans it from downtown.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Barnes against DeRozan. He kicks to Lowry. Now here's Powell. D right on him. And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Chris, you certainly played with some colorful characters during your career. Which players do you think are the biggest personalities now in the NBA?
Wow, I mean, when you think about the biggest personalities now, I mean, I think about a guy like Westbrook that's so soft-spoken, but his game is so loud that, you know, you have to take notice. Draymond Green, I think he's always been a guy that has never shied away from a microphone or the limelight. He's another guy that comes to mind. And so, and I think, you know, you always have to look at LeBron just because he garners so much attention, just because what he does is always going to be headline news, that he has fun with it. And so those 3 guys come to mind when I think about the biggest personalities in the league.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Nogueira, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. C.J. Miles comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Wright in for Kyle Lowry. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And in today's game, we're really so used to thinking of passing as the key to an efficient offense. But this Raptors club, they do it a different way. For them, that screen is the assist, giving their guards space to pull up or attack the rim.
Now here's Curry. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Miles against Barnes. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And the Raptors for the last few seasons, Greg, right at the bottom of the league in assists.
Yeah, but nevertheless, they do make good decisions. They're a low turnover team, and they've been pretty efficient offensively. One area where you can offset that is by their ability to get to the free throw line, because that puts a lot of pressure on your defense with their ability to attack.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Miles. Well over a decade in the NBA for C.J. Miles, taken straight out of high school by the Jazz back in 2005.
And he's just now entering his 30s. A good floor spacer and solid defender at the 2 or 3 spot.
And Toronto making a change here. Pirtle's checked in. And Miles drops them both.
Yeah, drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
Curry against DeRozan. Screened by Bogut. Here's Clarkson. But they recover it. Here's Kuzma. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And you look at the Raptors, one of the top teams in the East, Greg, but do they have a chance to go all the way?
I think they're a threat to make the finals. Can they win it all? They may be a piece or two away, but still a young and aggressive core. They continue to try to add pieces, and this is a group that has proven they want to win and win now.
Pirtle. And again, Toronto, no luck. Lakers trail by 5. Barnes outside. Clarkson passes to Kuzma. Sinks the three-pointer. Kuzma's got his second basket of the night. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Wright dishes to DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
As athletic a move as you're going to see right there. Unreal.
How about the hang time on that thing? Wow. Now here's Curry. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Miles against Barnes. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Oh, man, that makes 4 of 5 shots, and he really has gotten off to a terrific start in this first quarter.
And Wright kicks to Nogueira. There's the dish to DeRozan. Shoots over Curry, and DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Nogueira. 10 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Something lit a fire under him this quarter. Their lead's safe as long as he's on the floor.
And here is Curry. The pass to Barnes. There's the pick. Screen by Bogut. It's Curry outside. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Now, here's Miles. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. DeRozan with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Wright. And the layup falls. Wright's got his first bucket of the night.
And when Pirtle sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
Here's Kuzma. 6 points for him. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And that's already his second foul. He may have to spend some time on the bench to stay out of early foul trouble.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Harrison Barnes. Raptors leading by 3. Here's Wright. DeRozan on the wing. Pirtle, the pass to DeRozan. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And Luke Walton, the Lakers' 6th head coach in the last 6 seasons, counting interims. I think they're going to be patient with him, though, as he rebuilds.
I hope so. I mean, the fact that he's a familiar face, a SoCal native, and a former Laker helps buy patience from the fans. Also, his deal is guaranteed through 2020. They need to give him a chance.
DeMar DeRozan hits them both.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Screen by Bogut. Now here's Barea, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And the first shot of the night for him missing.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And that one's good. Right.
The floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
There's 42 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Screen by Bogut. Bogut with a screen on DeRozan. Clarkson against DeRozan. Puts up a three. Nogueira pulls it in. Raptors leading by 7. Now Miles. Pirtle dishes to Wright. In the corner, Nogueira with it. Unloads from 13. And another basket for Toronto.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, even when you get a hand up, it's hard to really affect his shot.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a chance to hear from DeMar DeRozan talking about his team's impressive play of late.
We all just playing together. You know, that's the biggest thing. Moving the ball, playing together on the defensive end. You know, just having trust in one another. You know, that's the bottom line. You know, once we play comfortable, go out there and have fun, we all clicking.
And DeMar is definitely a guy, Greg, that knows how to infuse that chemistry and teamwork on the floor. It looks like he's a big reason why they're clicking.
Kevin, no doubt. And attitude, such a huge factor in being successful as an individual, but really also as a team. I think we've seen him really embrace that attitude as he's matured as a player.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Oh, yeah, this is how they squeezed out extra possessions and captured the early lead.
DeRozan and Miles are the wings. Nogueira out there with Pirtle, and it's Wright in at the point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And Chris, you've been working as an analyst now for quite some time. Do you feel that how you view and enjoy the game has changed as you've transitioned from being a player on the floor to the booth?
You know what? I've learned a lot, and I've learned to look at the game a different way, but I look at the game the same way. I think the onus is on the player to execute what the coach and the GM puts out there for you to do, for you not to become a one-dimensional player, for you to improve in the summertime. That's the only time you can improve. And when you don't come back and you don't improve, it's obvious that you have the same glaring weaknesses that you had the year before. Even if you're not on a team that can compete for a championship, you want to make sure that you compete for a championship, that you compete for an all-star, that you compete to have your name out there. And so a lot of times we'll watch some of those teams, and I love seeing if they compete or if they laid it down early in the season. So, no, I would say that really what gives me an advantage is that the way that I looked at the game, and hopefully, you know, that gives me a unique perspective when I'm out there trying to talk to other basketball heads like myself.
Up again. Here's Bogut. Missed it, even after all those chances. Wright with it. They set the screen. Pass to Miles. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Pirtle's shot is off.
Not the tightest of D on him, but not the best of finishes either.
And Curry has it in the corner. Screen by Bogut. He feeds it to Clarkson. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
One of the things Clarkson does best is converting off the dribble drive.
Barea against Wright. Down low. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open and is too difficult of an adjustment to make.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Caldwell Pope comes in for Seth Curry, and it's Tyler Ennis in for Jordan Clarkson.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that free throw good from DeRozan.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Barea kicks to Caldwell Pope. They set the pick. Caldwell Pope on the wing. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, that's giving him too much space from mid-range. It doesn't hurt him there, but they can't keep doing that.
And here is Wright. Inside. And it's Nogueira missing. Barea against Miles. Caldwell Pope. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Caldwell Pope's got 5.
I love the form that Caldwell Pope has. When he's open in the mid-range, he feels comfortable rising up from there.
Here's DeRozan on the money from 12 feet away. DeRozan's got the lead up to 10 now for the Raptors.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Purdy. Pascal Siakam comes in for Nogueira. Powell, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Wright. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey talked about the chemistry on his team. He said, "We couldn't be better. There's no ego, no hidden agendas. Guys understand their roles." Kyle Lowry told me, "We're a complete team, 15 deep, and we really mean that. You never know whose time it's going to be." Kevin?
DA depth is a crucial part of any team's success. Knowing you can rely on your teammates to step up is huge. Now, here's Miles. After the miss from Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Miles, the pass to Valanciunas. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And it's a 12-point Toronto lead. Barea kicks to Nance. There's a good screen. Back to Barea. Caldwell Pope for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Caldwell Pope's got it back down to within single digits for Los Angeles. And with Caldwell Pope, a player who worked on his outside shot and got it to a point, Chris, where he is a threat now on the perimeter. Has that signature plant and drift type of jump shot, but it works for him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, all Contavious needed was a little bit of time. I mean, it just takes a little time to get better in this league. KCP went from being average to deadly in the span of a year.
Here's Powell after the basket by the Lakers. "11 feet away, finally gets one to fall." He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
I love the offensive execution on that possession.
Barea dishes to Caldwell Pope. Now the feed to Ennis. Nance a screen on Lowry. Ennis kicks to Nance, and Nance slams it in.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Screen by Valanciunas. Powell, the pass to Siakam. Back to Powell. It's stolen by Barea. Poked away. Outside Lowry. Feeds it to Powell. Screen by Valanciunas. 6 to shoot. Back to Lowry. The 3. Here's Siakam. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And Nance kicks to Ennis. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Valanciunas has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
Now here's Lowry. 7 points in the game. And staying with the play, Valanciunas. And the Raptors lead by 11.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Timeout called. The Lakers outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And that's one of those games where I just felt the attitude going in was wrong. I think they believed what was being said about them in the press, and that was a game that they just couldn't win.
Well, also, when you're a monster underdog, you have to play like a monster. You have to be aggressive, really physical. I didn't think they brought that level of intensity.
Here's Ennis. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Nance a screen. Zubats the pass to Barnes. And Nance kicks to Zubats. Dishes it to Barnes. And again, the Lakers no good. Raptors leading by 11. Now here's Lowry. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Foul for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Or selfishness. I mean, this is what happens when you don't make the extra pass. Your field goal percentage can go south.
And Kyle Lowry over the last few seasons slimmed down about 15 pounds. He's, Greg, been playing the best basketball of his career.
No doubt. He's still got that low center of gravity, almost like a bowling ball. He just gets under his man, and his strength and tenacity enable him to create chaos at both ends of the floor.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls.
And I like how scrappy and aggressive Lowry is on the court. And it's easy to see how much his teammates enjoy playing alongside him.
And he makes both free throws.
Well, the Lakers are enduring the worst 5-year stretch in the franchise's history. They missed the playoffs in consecutive seasons only once, and that was back in the mid-'70s. Last season, their 4th straight in the lottery.
Now, here's Ball. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago. Nance a screen. 6 to shoot. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And the Lakers have always considered themselves a championship or bust type of franchise.
Well, that mentality runs up against the reality of their situation. I mean, they seem to have accelerated the process with some draft fortune and free agent signings. I mean, especially with Magic coming back, you know the magic is back. This upcoming offseason will be a big one for them.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Nance. Well, Chris, we know that there are a lot of trash talkers out there in the NBA. Did you ever talk a lot of trash on the floor or do anything else to try and get an opponent's attention away from the game, get in an opponent's head?
I used to love talking, man. It kept you focused. If you talk, it means you have to back it up the next play. You can also get in the player's head, get them thinking about themselves individually. And if I get you thinking about yourself, I've already won because now you're not thinking about the team. But I tell you what, some of the best trash talkers I've ever played against, Larry Bird, Gary Payton, Rick Mahorn. Those guys talk the best trash ever, and I definitely can't repeat anything any of those guys said. But it's all out of love. It's all out of fun. And I don't remember, very honestly, anything anyone has ever said to me because it was all so outlandish, so crazy, so funny that you just let it go after the game.
Oh, that's good. Here's Ball after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Ball kicks to Barnes. Here's Nance. Got a piece of it. Bucket is good.
But if you thought the D was going to tighten up on him, Here in the second quarter, think again.
Raptors leading by 11. Passes it to Siakam. He dishes it to Miles. Fires for three. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Now that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
Ennis dishes the ball. Nance a screen on Lowry. Ennis with the ball. Lowry picks him up. The floater and the rejection by Valanciunas. Here's Powell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Raptors lead by 16.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Nance passes the ball. They set the screen to the middle. Here's Zubats. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Zubats has got his first basket of the night.
Oh, he took a terrific angle right there off the screen, something they work on every day in practice.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Now Lowry, he's got 9. Pass to Powell. To the right side. Outside Lowry. The three-pointer off the mark.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
And the Raptors, unique in the NBA, they have a whole nation behind them.
And basketball continues to gain in popularity, especially with the younger generation in Canada. The Raptors are coming to relevance at the perfect time, and that rabid fan base energized by how competitive this group's been the last couple seasons.
Free throw drops for Ennis, and Toronto will go for a different look here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Nogueira comes in for Pascal Siakam. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's DeLon Wright in for Kyle Lowry. That one is no good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Poeltl dishes to DeRozan. Nogueira gets a screen for Wright. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
Ennis kicks to Clarkson. There's the screen. Fires the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Clarkson's got 5.
You know Clarkson loves to drive, but he's also improving from distance.
And Wright kicks to Nogueira. Outside DeRozan. The shot, no good. And the Lakers take it the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home. Clarkson with the ball. He has 5. Shoots the 3. No good there. Raptors leading by 12. Wright outside. Kicks it to Nogueira. Back to Wright. From deep. Rebounded by the Lakers. Bogut's got his 6th rebound on the night. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Barnes kicks to Ennis. Bogut with a screen on Wright. Here's Ennis. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Well, this is just another case where being aggressive wins out.
Powell with the screen. Right, the pass to Powell. And here's DeRozan. And so it's the Toronto Raptors going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Jonas, you guys got off to a strong start. How important was it to set the tone early?
You know, we came out with a different energy. We said it's enough to struggle from the start. You know, we got to focus and play good starts.
That is where it all starts. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith. That's Shaquille O'Neal. Thanks for joining us. And boy, a pumped-up home crowd is behind us right now. DeMar DeRozan brought his A game early tonight. He ended up with 17 points and 1 rebound. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
I like what I saw from DeMar DeRozan. He stayed in attack mode. You talk about slashers, he took over that first half.
And over to Kenny, your takeaway on the Lakers.
Well, it's good to be physical, but there's a line that you don't want to cross. You can't constantly give up free throw chances by fouling guys too aggressively. You have to get back in this game by staying poised, smart, and avoid fouling.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Well, and a few times he's done a good job of initiating contact, yet getting the foul call on the defender.
Lakers trail by 10. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ball runs point with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to his side. They're the backcourt. Ivica Zubac is out there with Nance, and it's Barnes in at the 3 spot.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Right side Lowry. DeRozan against Barnes. Here's Valanciunas, fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Oh, that's the goal every trip. Get the good look from close range.
And Valanciunas out of Lithuania, the 5th overall pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he's still quite young. You know, a lot of talent offensively. Defensively, he's probably had less of an impact, but that's where he has to take the next step.
One shot.
And Valanciunas, no good on that. Lakers trail by 10. Barnes with it. Lowry picks him up. Shoots from the baseline. Zubac. It's good on the putback. Zubac has got his second basket of the game.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Now, here's Lowry. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Zubac. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Zubac has got 6 points.
Well, that's just a great start to the half for them. Their offense is clicking, and they have made 3 of their first 4 shots.
Here's Lowry. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And that in-between range is a shot Lowry uses to keep defenders off balance. As good as he is with the three ball or attacking at the rim, he still has that mid-range to fall back on.
Now, here's Ball. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Clock at 4. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he goes in for the dunk.
And Caldwell Pope just blows past defenders with his speed. Just a sensational finisher all around the bucket.
Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. Fires top of the key. And it's Lowry again missing.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
Powell with the steal. Fast break Toronto. And the dunk by Powell.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
And here is Los Angeles now, after the Raptors pick up 2.
That rebound was up for grabs to get, but his length really was the determining factor in him coming away with it.
DeRozan passes to Lowry. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. And now it's an 11-point Raptor lead. Los Angeles has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact.
Timeout.
7 of 17. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, and the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Ball, outside Curry. And again, no good by the Lakers. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Powell. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Powell's got 4 this quarter.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And Nance kicks to Ball. No good, unable to end this run. Raptors leading by 13. Lowry dishes to Powell. Back to Lowry. Again, Toronto. For Los Angeles, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, "I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post." I agree. Kevin?
Well, the centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint. And the Lakers with possession here. That one falls. Valanciunas has got 14.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Ball with it. Lowry picks him up. They set the pick. Caldwell Pope against DeRozan. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Caldwell Pope's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the versatility of Caldwell Pope, not just to score from outside, but also a threat to shoot the ball close to the hoop as well.
DeRozan passes to Siakam. Curry against DeRozan. Shoots over Curry. DeRozan's shot is off.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Curry against DeRozan. Fires for 3. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Curry.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on that perimeter when you got to come check him.
taking 2 shots.
Two.
And the first one drops. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Toronto. And the Lakers also making a change. Berea's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Barea. He kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Now here's Curry. Nance a screen. Powell with the steal. Over Curry with the tip.
And you want to talk about high volume scores. Just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
Timeout called the Lakers. And the game and the culture of basketball has so many subsets. One of those is the basketball shoe culture, the sneaker culture. Players competing almost as much, Chris, for style points as they are for actual points.
Oh, yeah, you know, and I love to say that I was part of that culture, you know, with the black socks and with some different shoes that I've had at the NBA. It's a lot of fun, man. It's something that your fans can relate to. It's something personal. It shows a personal side of what you have, your type of design. So, you know, you're very fortunate if you get your own kick deal, and I was fortunate. It's a lot of fun, and the fans love it.
And Miles kicks to Valanciunas from 6 away. DeRozan in the corner. Shoots over Curry. It's stolen by Curry. Now the Lakers on the break. Barea with the ball. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And Miles kicks to DeRozan. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist from Miles.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The dish to Nance. There's the pick. Barea kicks to Caldwell Pope. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Miles. It's the front of the rim and out.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the pass to DeRozan. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for DeRozan.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
2 shots. Last on the first.
That's good from DeRozan. Pirtle, he's checked in for Toronto. DeLon Wright comes in for Kyle Lowry. And the Lakers making a change here. DeMar DeRozan hits them both. Lakers trail by 20. Pass to Kuzma. They set the pick. He feeds it to Curry. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Barea. Pass to Kuzma to end the run. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got 3 assists tonight. Raptors leading by 17. Outside DeRozan. It's Nogueira top of the key. It's stolen by Bogut. Outside Curry. Too open that time, made it look too easy. Curry's got 8 points. Toronto shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Wright sets a screen, and Miles kicks to DeRozan. Shoots over Clarkson. DeRozan gets the bucket. DeRozan's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Something lit a fire under him this quarter. Their lead's safe as long as he's on the floor.
Barea dishes to Clarkson. There's the pick. Barea against Wright. Clock at 6. Here's Kuzma, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Barea against Wright to the paint. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. Count the basket. DeRozan's got 29 in the game.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, and now he's landing body blows.
Now here's Barea. Pass to Kuzma. The feed now to Barea. And the pass to Kuzma. The Lakers keep it alive. Fresh 24.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And this is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
Lakers trail by 18. 1:53 left to play in the third. Tries a three. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. He's got 15.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Miles. He's got 5. Feeds to Nogueira. Birtle sets the pick for Wright. Off the screen. Rebound Bogut. Bogut's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Curry kicks to Barea. Back to Curry. There's a screen. Clarkson against DeRozan. And it's blocked.
And you got to give appreciation to how Hurdle punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing.
Miles, that's good. Miles has got 7 points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Barea with it. Now Wright defending. Miles against Curry. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the 3-point shot.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
One shot.
The free throw drops for Curry. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Now DeRozan. He's got 31. Here's Nogueira. And he uses the glass on the layup. Nogueira's got his second bucket tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Nance a screen. Nance a screen on DeRozan. Here's Clarkson. And the shot goes in. 7 points in the game.
There you go. Playing under control. Clarkson with the nice floater over the top.
Miles sets the screen for Wright. Miles with it. Shoots from 14. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah, clock running out. They stay poised and get the shot off just in time.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Raptors lead by 16. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
But man, we got to get down and get engaged until the end. All right, be precise, send the ball to the screen, come across the screen, focus on the defensive end. Let's go.
There you hear Dwayne Casey asking for more precision on offense and more attention to detail on defense.
Yeah, carry out your assignments on both ends. Do the little things that ultimately make a big difference in the outcome of a game.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. The talented Lowry and DeRozan pair in the backcourt. C.J. Miles is out there with Nogueira, and it's Pirtle in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. And some changes here for the Raptors. Siakam is checked in for Nogueira, and it's Powell in for C.J. Miles. Ball's checked in for the Lakers. Now here's Ennis. While recovering. Ennis kicks the ball. Clarkson passes to Ennis. Lakers passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ball dishes to Nance. Misses the mark. His third miss of the game. 4 for 7 now. Lowry kicks to Siakam. Outside DeRozan. From 11 feet away, he gets that one. Siakam's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Raptors. Lakers trail by 18. Ennis kicks to Barnes. Nance a screen. Now here's Barnes. He's covered closely. Tries from 10. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
There's the pick. Powell with the screen. Oh, the lob to DeRozan.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Ennis passes to Clarkson. Nance a screen. Clarkson with the ball. Powell's there, and that one good from Clarkson.
This is why you like the size in the backcourt, if you can get it. I mean, Clarkson able to take the hit and complete the play.
And here's Lowry. Dishes to Powell. Kicks it to DeRozan. And the shot is long. Lakers trail by 16. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Ennis with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Nance a screen. Here's Ball. From outside off the mark. Raptors leading by 16. Now the dish to Powell. Here's Pirtle. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds thanks to his amazing timing, especially when the D fails to box him out.
Now, here's Clarkson. He dishes it to Barnes. Rebound by the Raptors. DeRozan's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Lowry. The second effort, Pirtle. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Raptors lead by 20.
Astonishing body control by Pirtle, just taking the hit head on and finishing through it all.
Barnes dishes to Nance. Barnes right side. Pirtle with the steal. Lowry kicks to Powell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 4 assists in the game. Lakers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Now here's Ennis. Lowry covering. Nance a screen on DeRozan. Ball kicks to Clarkson. His three-pointer's off the mark.
He isn't getting it to fall from outside during this half after recording a 3 during the first.
Powell, the pass to Lowry. Back to Powell. He kicks it to DeRozan. The Lakers with the rebound. Ball with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Ball dishes to Clarkson. Down low. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Jakob Poeltl. Chris, bench celebrations can be seen as showing up the other team. Is there a balance in your mind of how players can celebrate without maybe rubbing it in the other team's face?
I mean, this isn't baseball. You know, if basketball was baseball, if we hit a home run, then we could trot, turn around, spin. We don't, you know, you have respect for your players by how hard you play against them, by preparing for them, by, you know, not playing dirty. But basketball, no. No, the culture is in the parks. The culture is with guys that play, and the bench should have as much fun. I love watching the benches go crazy. Think of how hard those guys on the bench work all season long and may never get in. What's wrong with being hyped for your teammates? No, I don't think it should be turned. I love it. Actually, I think some of these benches need to turn it up even more. Hopefully, we get a better show on the bench.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. That's a 2 from Powell. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got his 3rd assist on the night. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Nance a screen. Barnes against DeRozan. Barnes outside, 6 on the shot clock, shoots over DeRozan. And again, the Lakers no good.
The movement and the shot selection are good there, but you can't hit them all.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. DeRozan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Ball kicks to Barnes. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Chris, you see some of the rookies coming into the league. They need to put on more weight. They need to build up a little bit. And how aggressive saying that were you looking to add strength when you came into the NBA?
Well, I was fortunate that I already had an NBA-type body, and so I really didn't need to try to bulk up for the NBA. You know, I really disagree that a lot of guys got to get stronger. Look at Kevin Durant. You know, we all know the famous story about how trainers laughed at him when he got to the league. The NBA is unique in that, do you have skill? Can you play? So, no, Curry doesn't need to put on 25 pounds of muscle. I think we've seen Durant doesn't need to put on 15 pounds of muscle. It's more about your game. It's more about your core and your balance. You'll pick up natural weight and natural strength as you go along. But how is your work ethic? Are you in the gym? Are you lifting? Are you working out? Are you getting stronger? That's great, but you don't have to necessarily try to become bigger and stronger. Just try to make sure you have game. That's most important.
Toronto leading by 22. Here's Van Vliet, screened by Valanciunas. They set the pick. Van Vliet passes to McDaniels. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Screened by Valanciunas. Here's Anunoby. Raptors get it back.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Lakers shooting straight 49% from the field. Caldwell Pope kicks to Barea. Passes it to Kuzma. Here's Hart. "11 feet away. That one off the back iron and out. The Raptors have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. Goes back up. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
Got a hand on it. Zubac kicks to Caldwell Pope. They set the screen. Sweet little floater.
And the floater from Caldwell Pope is unblockable. I mean, some of the shots this guy has are just impossible to defend.
Van Vliet passes to Valanciunas. He feeds it to McDaniels. Now here's Valanciunas. He's guarded closely. No good that time.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Here's Kuzma. Another shot, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The NBA coaching ranks always looked at and scrutinized. Only 30 great jobs out there in the league, and yet they're on the firing line, it seems like, every season. Chris, what enables head coaches, in your opinion, to be successful? And has that changed over the years?
Well, I think what allows you to be successful, first of all, what is your acumen for the game? Can you communicate? Can you inspire players? Are you a humble guy? And, I think those are the main things that you have to, have as a coach. But look, players get traded all the time. Everybody's under pressure. So, just got to do your best and keep it moving.
So both teams making some changes here. No good on the second free throw. Toronto leading by 21. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Lakers making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. LA has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Nance dishes the ball. Nance a screen. Shoots from 12. Can't hit that one. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Screened by Valanciunas. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lowry's got 10 points here in the second half. Lowry's gotten half of his three-pointers to fall for him. 3 of 6 on the night. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. With the teardrop, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And a lot of speculation, Greg, this past summer for where Kyle Lowry would end up. Ultimately, he decides to stay with Toronto.
Yeah, Lowry visited other teams, but felt he had unfinished business in Toronto and teams up with DeRozan so well. Just a great fit for both sides when you look at it.
The first one falls, and the game is a passion, as we know, Chris. But does it help to have outside interests? You're passionate about art. You make music. You're a writer. You're a thinker. Talk what all that is about and what that means to you.
Well, I think being a complete person helps whatever job that you're doing. We all are more than our job. But basketball, you have to put everything into it. And so sometimes to rejuvenate yourself, you need to get fed other places and kind of feed your passions. And so I think a lot of times when players feed their passions, it's really just to have enough energy to complete their goal of getting through a grueling 82-game season with all the ups and downs, the expectations, the heartbreak, the celebrations. And so I think for myself and for many other successful players that I've seen, those that have tried to approach life with the same way that they approach basketball, that's just living with passion, try to learn as much as you can, enjoy every moment. Usually to me, they are the most successful because it takes pressure off of playing the game.
Nogueira kicks to Lowry. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. Lowry's got 23.
And somebody throw some cold water on Lowry. The man is on fire. He has taken this game over, and it doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
Pass to Siakam. It's blocked. Outside Curry. Here's Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 13 points for Harrison Barnes. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Now here is Lowry. Drills the three-pointer. Lowry's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Raptors.
And piling on to that big lead, we know he has the range late on the defensive reaction.
I mean, yeah, you can't break down. Not now. Defensively. At this point, I mean, you're already too far in the hole.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Raptors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for DeMar DeRozan.
He had those defenders shaking their heads. There were times when they thought they had a handle on him, and then just like that, he'd go off on another tear.
And he knocks down the first one. And something we see now in the modern NBA, Chris, is that players will try and recruit other players in free agency, sometimes almost leading up to free agency. How often do you think that happens now? And how is that, say, different from when you played?
It's a lot different from when I played. I think guys wanted to play together, but we did not recruit or try to play together with each other because of the way that the rules were in collective bargaining and because the way the game was at that time. At that time, even if you had a friend that was your very close friend off the court, you wanted to beat him for bragging rights on the court. Back then, it was more of, can my team beat your team? Not can we play together. I tell you what, with friends that I had in the league at that time, that would have been pretty cool to play with some of my friends that I think were great players. But I just think it's just been a line in the sand. It's just changed. I think a lot of it's changed because we're playing basketball at younger ages. Guys are playing and traveling the country and know each other from ages 10, 11, and 12. So they have honest, genuine friendships and really want to play together. And so I don't really think it's a problem. But it's interesting watching these super teams and how all of this is developing. It definitely didn't happen in my day, and I'm just now, I won't say getting used to it, but I'm just now recognizing that, man, it's okay to play with your friends, I guess.
Lowry kicks to Miles. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. 5 to shoot. Lowry for 3. Kuzma pulls it in. Now here's Barea, and so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, this team is playing well together. How are you encouraging and fostering that sense of all of you being together and playing well?
We're just making everybody comfortable. We're making each and everybody on this team comfortable. If it's jump shots, if it's attacking the basket, even if it's on the defensive end, we're just giving each other confidence every time we practice.
And it sure looks like it out there tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. See you later.